Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to the Garnet Sports Network Game 2 of our doubleheader in this first day of the Swarthmore Regionals, the third and fourth rounds of the 2019 NCAA Men's Soccer Tournament. Game 2 featuring a pair of nationally ranked teams, the number 5 Tufts University Jumbos and the number 11, I should say, Washington and Lee Generals facing off. Lights are on here. Skies overcast right now. Chilly day out there. Not much wind, though. Not terrible conditions for soccer. Jacob Brady on the call here, joined by Santi Caicedo.
Hey, Jacob. How you doing?
All right. Game 1 of our doubleheader ending in a heartbreaking 1-0 loss for the Garnet. It was Connecticut College, the Camels, scoring in the
first period of overtime.
First period of overtime, the 8th minute, so the 98th minute overall, sending them through into the national quarterfinals. That game will be played tomorrow right here on Clothier Field Stadium at 1 p.m. You can catch that game, of course, right here on the Garnet Sports Network. It'll feature the winner of today's game as well as they get set for the opening kick. Tufts beginning with the ball. Joe Braun standing over it. Pair of long winning streaks on the line here this afternoon. Washington and Lee have gone 7 straight with a win. Tufts 8 wins in a row, and they're 16-2-2 right now. Washington and Lee 17-2-3. Two very good teams matching up here. That's why they're both inside the top 12 in the national rankings. And, of course, Tufts also national champions last season. Took down Calvin in that final 2-1. They return both of the players who scored in that game. Calvin Arrow scoring the first of 2 goals in that game. And then Ian Daly setting up Zach Lane for the second and the game winner. Tufts also the NESCAC champions this season. Finished second in the regular season, then beat Hamilton in the quarterfinals, Williams in the semifinals in overtime, and then taking down Middlebury in the finals 3-2 for only their second ever NESCAC crown. And they look to get started here. Instead, nearly a nice through ball. Instead, it's picked off by Tanner Jameson. Perfect pass to Gavin Tasker. And it'll be cleared out the side, but a throw for the Jumbos. Throw will be taken by Zach Lane.
Looks like he'll throw it into the box, trying to create an opportunity with his arms.
It's a well-driven ball and just kept away at the back post by goalie Michael Nick, who's had 12 clean sheets this season, 20 in his career, which is a school record for the Generals. And this will be another throw for Tufts. I believe Ian Daly to deliver it. Shout out to him. I spent 6 weeks studying in China with Daly. He's the starting right back for the Jumbos. Popped up in the air, tracked down, or not quite in the corner by Jameson. So that will be a General's throw along the near side, deep inside their own end. So imagine Tufts will attempt to apply the pressure here, see if they can trap them down in the corner. Popped straight up, but out of bounds, so Tufts is able to win the throw. Will be Drew Stern. Cross whipped in
by Van Brewer. And Washington and Lee can't really get the ball out of their own half so far. They've been able to hold off Tufts from really getting any dangerous shots on goal, but they can't win possession, and Tufts is really knocking at the door, but finally goes into the hands of the keeper. And Washington and Lee will get possession back.
Crossed in, but Michael Nick holding on and quickly throws away. Goes back to him. Now up the sideline, but it's going to trickle out, setting up a Tufts throw. Daly comes up to take it. Driven in towards the top corner of the box, cleared away. Daly in position, however, able to play it back to his center back, Jameson. And now Stern picks up, push into the box, pulled up by Joe Braun, and weakly hit to Nick.
Nick will send his defenders upfield and put the ball on the ground before sending it long.
Fighting in the midfield for it. Now it's bombed over the top. Daly's going to chase it down and lead it back upfield. Corralled by Tyler Smith. It's going to roll all the way out the side, setting up a general's throw just behind midfield. Push forward, now Braun leads it out into space. Look at the speed from Gavin Tasker.
Poor clearance left for the Jumbos. And Washington and Lee still don't look comfortable really in this game, as that long ball goes to no one except for Michael Nick.
Raphael with perspective pass there. Nick holds on and he's going to roll it out wide. Pressure from Braun there. Nicely played up the sideline. Daly trying to recover. He just touches it out the side. That ball goes over his head. Run to the end line. And Tufts gets it out of their box. Braun trying to hold up. Now touches it out of bounds. Throw up the sideline. Sent back, and Tufts looking to break out of their end. Forward for Tasker. Now dump back in. This will roll into the corner. Jameson trying to lead it out of bounds. He got fouled anyway. As Jack Parham tried to win that ball back for the Generals. So Eric Kinderman seeing his first semblance of action in today's game. Sophomore out of Rockville, Maryland. Braun
playing with his hand pretty heavily wrapped up today. Some sort of hand or wrist injury, but he can play through it with the wrapping.
Ball bouncing around in the midfield. Pushed up ahead and losing his footing there. I believe it was Rojas. Couldn't get that ball back. Pushed out wide for Parham. Now led into the path of Van Brewer. Braun. The give and go. And now Braun works some space for himself. Passes it through, looking for Tasker to chase. Led over the back line. That's going to be a goal kick for Washington and Lee. Nick prepares to kick away. One back by Rojas. Pass goes behind Daly. Now switched over to Parham, trying to get around Jameson. Parham trying to get around Stern, I should say, into the corner. Stern just keeps it in and able to get it to Van Brewer.
Stern did a good job to win the position and keep the ball from going out for a corner, but the Generals still have it.
Kick thought it might have gotten deflected, and indeed it did. Initially looked like the linesman was going to signal for a goal kick, but based on the trajectory that ball took, there was no way that hadn't gotten touched. It will indeed be a corner for the Generals. And Samuel Bass is going to stand over it. Now he delivers. Middle of the box, headed away. Now cleared up the field. Zach Lane trying to give chase. Dumped all the way back down over the back line. Just inside the corner flag. That will be a goal kick for Kinderman. Some vuvuzelas, sounds like, out in the crowd.
Yeah.
Today.
On my way up today, the cheering section for Washington and Lee have a couple vuvuzelas. First time I've seen anything like it on Clothier Field, but personally I think they're a welcome addition to the match day.
Relic from South Africa 2010. Van Brewer trying to work it up the sideline. It's dumped back in by Washington Lee. They look for Parham again. Consistently found him out wide there. Will Raphael. Parham, it's actually Oliver Dolberg, I should say. Dolberg, that shot got deflected. Kinderman saved it.
And kept it in the box as well. Almost a handball. And now the Generals are starting to look a little more comfortable. The first couple of minutes, they really could barely get out of their own half of the field, but now they're starting to play with a little more intent themselves, and we'll see if they can make anything happen in the next couple of minutes.
Tasker trying to play off his heel. Sent all the way back down, and Kinderman picks up. Sends his men upfield. Now he boots away. Tasker plays it out wide. Leading forward as Daly overlapped with him. Now they play the switch. Controlled off the chest outside of the box. Rojas trying to cross it. Looking low there, but a Washington Lee player in the way. Daly holds it, trying to poke it to one of his men. Cleared all the way upfield. It's a great clearance. And it's going to roll into the hands of Kinderman, as Raphael did well to play it back to him. Apparently there's a saxophone also in the crowd for Washington and Lee.
Yeah, quite a few props brought by both sides. I believe that's a Tufts supporter that has some sort of rattler in the crowd. Both supporting sections trying to cheer their team to victory here in the Sweet 16.
It's a giveaway picked up by Dolberg. Jameson able to play it off of Salem. Pushed over the top. Now Tufts trying to get back upfield. Braun.
And now ball for Tasker.
Another great find. Tasker down in the corner. Cutting back. Trying to take a shot there. Held by Stern. Van Brewer to Tasker again.
And he goes down a bit too easily there. As now the Generals will look to counter.
Trying to go on the break here. It's on the far wing. And now with the overlap, goes to Salem over the back line for a goal kick. It's like some of the Washington Lee players holding their hands out. They expected a different call. Not sure what they were looking for there. It will be a goal kick for Kinderman. So he bombs it away, but Dolberg, the first with the head on. Braun dropping pretty deep, trying to win it back for Tufts. Now Aro on it. Let's go out the side. Generals throw. Long up the sideline, flicked on by Salem. And Washington and Lee going to try for the long throw here. Getting bodies in the box. It's well thrown, loose, headed on. And foul is going to save Tufts from any danger there.
Yeah, no one on the Tufts defense really dealt with that cross, and it was just kind of hanging in the box there. If the referee hadn't blown his whistle, that could have been very dangerous in the Generals' favor.
Competing crowd chants there. The Generals fans blowing their vuvuzelas. Tufts fans chanting, "Let's go, Bows." Pushed up the sideline by Daly. Braun trying to get to it. Cutting it back towards the middle. It was Rojas trying to play through Lane. They couldn't connect. Headed down. Now chipped over the top. Braun trying to run on. Nick collided with. Offsides anyway.
And Braun, more of a physical forward, not necessarily built for those through balls and run-ons, but he made a good effort of getting to the ball, although the flag was raised.
It's going to go out the side off the head of Tasker. Settled by Salem. Parham trying to take on Stern.
Dribbles right into Stern instead.
Stern able to keep it in. Braun is dispossessed. Parham keeps it in. Recchi. And now booted upfield by Tufts. Controlled by Chapman. And he'll play the back pass to Nick. He comes forward to meet it. Dolberg settles. Hits Recchi in stride. It's headed into the box, but nobody there to meet it, except for Kinderman, who handles easily. That's a huge kick from him. Let's see if anybody can settle it in possession. Raphael looking wide for Tasker that time. Parham fighting for it. Gets it around Arrow. All the way back for Kinderman. He kicks away. Lane. Tried to lead it back into his path. Instead, they'll play the back pass. Blocked by Braun. Now Daly steps up, heads down. Daly trying to dribble his way through traffic, connects with Tasker. Tasker has to cut it back, lift it in,
Good delivery
across.
into the box.
Daly able to make contact there, but he is called for the foul.
Yeah, Michael Nick had the ball in his hands, and at that point, the goalie has the right of way. And as soon as the forward made contact with him, that was an immediate free kick call.
Dolberg flicks it on. Raphael there. Arrow goes back to Raphael, now over to Jameson.
Recovered by the Generals, and now they have a chance to counter.
Parham just able to keep it in.
Salem's pass to Parham was a bit far, but now Salem has a shot.
Was a beautiful connection there, but Salem just a mishit there.
Yeah, and he just did not get the contact that he wanted with that ball at all. He really had a free shot at goal and could not get it on frame.
So it set it straight into the safety netting behind the goal. Set up a Kinderman goal kick. Tasker fighting to stay on it, and then Arrow just goes too far over it. Braun heads it down, looking to get into the path of Tasker. Warden. Low shot right at Kinderman, falls on it gratuitously. And he will prepare to punt it away.
Another high-flying punt for Kinderman.
Certainly got a big leg, the sophomore keeper does. Nice connection there, played in. Believe that's Tasker again inside the box. That will be a throw for the Jumbos. No shots on target yet for either team. Throw driven into the box by Lane.
Cleared well by the Generals. It'll roll out for a Jumbos throw in.
Stern will take it. And Braun gets fouled. Too much contact in the back there from Recchi. Gives Tufts a free kick. Van Brewer standing over it, as is Rojas. Rojas signals for it. Curling in, Nick punches away. Saddle trying to take a shot was Lane. And now Washington and Lee bombs it upfield, looking to chase after. It's picked up and led into space. Here comes Parham. He's in a foot race with Stern. Stern's go win it. And wow.
Clear it off of Parham for a Jumbo's throw-in. And on that cross, Michael Nick came out to punch the ball, but he has to be a little more careful because that could have hurt the team. He was left outside the goal. And as a 5'9" goalkeeper. He won't always.
Braun gets it through to Lane in the box, just over the crossbar.
And that was the ball just barely missed by the defender, and Lane was all alone. Couldn't keep it under. And it'll be a goal kick for the Generals.
It's an absolute rocket of a shot from Lane. Didn't miss by much. Goes out of bounds off of Dolberg. Throw for the Jumbos.
And it was a beautiful pass as well by Braun to find Zach Lane earlier for that shot.
Daly trying to get a little too fancy there. Loses it to Warden. He gets taken down. That's going to be a free kick. Cleared back up the field. Braun trying to give chase. Instead, it's dumped back into the attacking zone. That's bombed down the field, but right to Nick. And now he'll pick up. Miss kick there. Still got
Won by the Jumbos.
decent distance on it. Tasker beating Rollins around the edge. Now he pulls up. Trying to beat him again. Rollins able to get his foot in the way, but it will be a corner kick for the Jumbos.
I believe it's Rojas who will take that. There's the delivery.
Whipped in towards the back post. Salem trying to get free. Out of bounds. Sets up a throw for the Generals.
And there will be a couple substitutions for both teams. Parham and Connor Wharton coming off for the Generals. And Rojas and Joe Braun coming off for the Jumbos. As we get ready for this Jumbo throw-in.
Braun with an active first half. That's flicked on towards the middle of the box. Lane trying to get underneath. Still fought for near the top of the box and booted away upfield. Jameson goes back for it all the way now to Kinderman. Headed back Lane trying to give chase. Instead the back pass, but poor clearance there. But Tufts, Washington Lee trying to make the most of it. Daly keeps it in at the side. Arrow to Raphael.
Jacobs on the ball. His pass wasn't great, and now the Generals have a chance. Oh! And Salem gets tripped up, and that should at the very least be a yellow card.
Yes, and the referee now will stop the clock. And Daly will indeed be shown a yellow for that challenge.
And Daly seems to be surprised, but I mean, I don't know how he can complain about that decision from the referee.
Setting up a free kick for Washington and Lee, and Daly now on a yellow. He's played physically throughout this game, so has to be careful from now on. Avoid being too physical.
And they...
I think Bass tried to kick it and just missed.
Maybe it was a play set up by the two. Bass will look to shoot.
It's going to get blocked by Lane. Another chance at a shot.
What a strike! And that's Tyler Smith with a wonderful goal from outside the box.
An absolute screamer from the freshman defender. Believe he was just subbed in about a minute and a half ago. And absolutely nothing that Eric Kinderman could do to react to that shot. That's about as perfectly placed a long-range shot as you can take. I'm not sure if it might have gotten deflected just a little.
Just top bins from number 4, Tyler Smith there. And really after that weird exchange during the free kick, I wonder if that may have had something to do with it. I believe there's a chance that Samuel Bass had missed the free kick on purpose to try and create a play, but that was utterly unexpected.
Yeah. Definitely not what you expect to see. So Washington and Lee with a 1-0 lead thanks to a rip from Tyler Smith. Tufts with a throw.
They'll launch it into the box.
Done this consistently, just trying to set something dangerous up there. Nick is going to pick it up.
And he'll throw it quickly, almost hits his own player.
Yeah, Washington and Lee, they've had some success on these breaks. That's Pinkerton trying to connect with John Peterson.
Just too strong.
So Kinderman with the goal kick. Arrow trying to work it through, but Washington Lee picks it back up. Daly blocking it upfield. Cut back, now crossed into the middle of the box. Tasker has to bring it out. He blocks it.
And the ball is still there.
Tasker still fighting for it and just too heavy on the pass there. Goes over the back line.
The Generals are a bit lucky there because they could not get that ball out. And had Tasker's pass been on target, that could have been a really dangerous opportunity for the Jumbos.
Tasker low kick to his center back. Pardon, I should say Nick with the low kick. Go out the side and be a Jumbo's throw. Daly takes it, now works it into the middle. Colby. Arrow. Back to Stern. Now Raphael steps upfield. Trying to connect with Jacobs that time.
Bass finding Smith there.
Smith, nice pass through to Scott, and then it's blown up by Daly. Daly coming forward aggressively and winning it for Tufts. Cutting in towards the middle, gets it to Tasker, and just unable to hold on was Eng there. Arrow gets it back, dumps it in too far ahead for Jacobs.
Bomb upfield almost beats Stern, and Stern is just barely able to get his head on it. If he hadn't gotten there, then I think John Peterson would have had a free run.
Now Tufts trying to go the other way. It's Trevorrow. Dolberg picks up. Dolberg stuttering, trying to throw off Arrow. Arrow stayed home on him, forced the turnover. Washington Lee back with it in the attacking third. Arrow off his head again. Dolberg trying to settle. Back to Tyler Smith. Now they play the long switch. Perfectly placed ball over to Peterson.
Good delivery from Peterson. And Bass's shot, simple for Kinderman. Could have been a really dangerous opportunity there.
Kinderman's going to kick away. 12 minutes on the clock remaining in this first half. High punt from him. Smith gets the chest on, and now it's taken away by Arrow. Arrow trying to get his way upfield, and now Dolberg takes it away. Goes long over the top. Daly chase it down. It's into the box. Kinderman keeps his clearance inside the lines. Popped up. Stern has to come to it. It's good deflect over to Trevorrow. Now Stern again looking up the sideline. Plays it off of Recchi.
And another substitution for the Generals. Dolberg will be taken off, replaced by Danny Tran.
Be a throw for Stern.
Entering the game for the Generals, number 10.
Going right up the line. Deflects out off of Washington and Lee. So Tufts throw. Stern will take it. Into the corner. And they're going to give Tufts a corner kick. Second of the game as they look for the equalizer here late in the first half. Lofted up towards the back post. Nick able to rise up and slap it away.
Does well to punch that one.
Tufts still looking to get a cross in, though. Cleared up field. This is going to remain a Jumbo's throw. Left short, Smith able to apply his head. That's going to be another corner. Barton, it'll just be a throw for the Jumbos.
And they'll attempt another long one into the box.
This has consistently been the game plan of theirs. It's volleyed back into the box. Somebody trying to get on the shot. Oh, it hit the post, and now it's cleared off the line. What a sequence. Maybe Jacobs, I think, tried to go for the overhead kick there.
And Tufts very nearly had their equalizer. That low shot looked like it was going into me, and then it just rattled off the bar. Great job by the Generals defender to clear it off the line after the rebound.
Stern able to play it out the side off of a Generals player.
And the Jumbos forward will rue missing that opportunity because he didn't get a great contact on the ball, and it was just going slow enough that it was able to be cleared. Stronger hit, and that definitely would have been the equalizer.
Raphael clears it up ahead. Pinkerton fighting for it. Instead, it's going to settle into the hands of Kinderman. As he prepares to kick it away. High booming kick from the sophomore. Clearance out the side. Sets up a jumbo's throw. Stern there.
Launched by Stern.
Clearance kept in. Goes up ahead, settling into towards the middle. Raphael over to Jameson. That's nicely placed up the sideline. Dumped in for Jacobs to give chase. Nick comes forward to clear it away.
Trevorrow's pass intercepted there by Bass, who can't find his teammate.
And another poor pass there as Welsh left it behind his target.
Both teams are now playing a little bit sloppy.
Yeah.
Especially in the midfield, a lot of long balls being played. No one is, at the moment at least, linking up very well with their teammates, and it's kind of leading to like a choppy affair. A lot of just clearances and missed passes.
Kinderman will take the free kick after a handball was called. Now it's poked all the way down the field. If I can get underneath it, it's going to be Drew Stern. Along the near side, plays it in for for Welsh. Now Pinkerton won back by Tufts, however.
Good job by Welsh to escape that pressure right there. So he had 3 generals surrounding him, and he was able to find his center back very well. But
throw up the line, and now it's won by Tufts. Jacobs trying to spin and work up the line. Instead, it's going to be a throw for the Generals. Headed into the middle. Up the field, and now that's a good link up to Engie. The cross is in, can't quite get it to Jacobs.
And a foul is called.
Yeah. It's going to be right on the edge of the box. About as close to a penalty as you can get, but not quite for the Jumbos as they look to equalize. Number of white jerseys standing over it at the moment, perhaps trying to draw up a play.
Yeah, just the Generals defender just tried to reach the ball, but the player got there first. And he was forced to commit the infraction.
I believe that's Trevorrow and Van Brewer standing on it. Trevorrow takes a shot just over the crossbar.
And a pretty well hit free kick, gets it over the wall, just couldn't get the ball to dip under the bar for that equalizer.
Foot or two too high there off the Trevorrow kick, and Washington and Lee continuing to weather the storm as Tufts look for the equalizer. Still alive, now pushed wide. It's held by Jacobs.
Jacobs, not sure if that was a poor cross or a poor shot, but either way, it's going out for a General's goal kick.
I think he was trying to cross it there, and the pressure from the defender just didn't allow him to redirect it. Cross goal. Nick right down the middle of the field. Header is won by Welsh, but now it's going to go all the way back to Nick. He'll quickly roll forward. Stern through the middle. And too far ahead on that attempted link up. Welsh gets it back for the Jumbos.
These passes just still sloppy. That was a good one there by Bass. As now Pinkerton goes on a run.
Pinkerton has to get past Raphael, and Jameson can't get by both. And it's Daly playing it up this line. Well, does well to connect with Jacobs. And now Angie trying to run through. Leaves it off. It's going to be a throw for the Generals. Throw up the line.
Opportunity to shoot.
Oh. Tufts getting aggressive and making Nick make a fingertip save. Keep that away from the top shelf.
And anywhere to the side, and that was a goal because Nick had to outstretch fully, and that was really just in line with where he was standing. That had been aimed at the corner. We'd be looking at a tie game.
It's curled in at the back post. Nick able to knock it away. Tufts will get another throw. It's into the box. And now Washington Lee able to clear away. They want to call. Engie able to win the throw.
The Jumbos only have 30 seconds left in the half to find the equalizer. The long throw.
It's defended by the Generals again. Now back out to Jameson. His kick gets blocked. Pinkerton trying to fight for it. And it's won back by Raphael. They try to immediately go upfield. Didn't get enough on that ball. And with that, time is going to expire in this first half. It's a 1-0 lead thanks to a Tyler Smith goal for the Generals. An absolute rip from outside the box off of a somewhat trickily taken set piece. But Tufts certainly bring the pressure looking for an equalizer.
Yeah, absolutely. Neither team seems fully comfortable yet in this game. Some choppy play from both sides, but the Generals lead thanks to a spectacular effort from Tyler Smith. Looking forward for the Jumbos, they need to be patient because the opportunities have come. We saw Zach Lane's one-on-one shot that he put over the bar, and the other shot after the cross from the throw-in that hit the post and the rebound. So they've had their opportunities, but I feel like they're pushing the matter a little too hard. And if they played with a little more patience in the second half, these opportunities will come more naturally.
1-0 lead for Washington Lee at the half. We'll step away and be back about 15 minutes. You're watching the second game of our doubleheader NCAA men's soccer tournament action here on the Garnet Sports Network.
Diving in college taught me to strive and be the best athlete I can be, but also the best student I can be. My coaches always made sure that the student comes first, because not everyone's going to become a professional athlete. So they make sure that we will do great in academics. I knew that would only open the door to my future, and I'm really excited to start my dream program for physical therapy.
being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Why choose Swarthmore? Wow.
I don't know how to say this in like one interview.
There's just like this magnetic secret on campus that people really can't describe.
The campus itself is beautiful.
I was absolutely floored when I first came here. A lot of it came from the values that SWAT has.
It truly is the people that make this community. All my memories are inseparable from the people that were around me.
I applied to Swarthmore through the Questbridge National College Match, and it's a program that matches high-achieving, low-income students with really selective institutions like this.
I knew I wanted to play basketball in college. Basketball was a tool that would enable me to get a great education. In high school, I was kind of pressured by the standard to play Division I, but I wanted to pave my own way.
It chose itself for me, and I knew on a more pre-intellectual level that this was the place.
And one of my favorite things and my favorite takeaways of this place has been the community.
I've been lucky to experience what learning is like at other institutions, and I'm very thankful that I did that because that completely changed my perception of Swarthmore. It made me realize that Swarthmore is special in these very small and unique ways that actually make an enormous difference.
The reason I'm so involved on campus is because I feel like the things that I do here matter. You can actually enact meaningful change.
When you're walking around campus, like I don't feel like I'm just walking by a bunch of strangers, and being in these smaller settings, like it gives you the opportunity to build strong relationships with people that also have like a vested personal interest in who you are as a person.
It totally tailors itself to like every type of person. You can come here and be anywhere on any spectrum, and you'll be pretty well welcomed.
You'll find that the people here are here for you. I was able to find really good, deep personal growth. And Swarthmore has been that formative experience that the community allows me to have that space that I can have that growth.
I have incredible mentors who have helped me at every step of the way, which I'm really thankful for. And I don't think I would have that same type of individualized attention and recognition at a place that's not Swarthmore.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Diving in college taught me to strive and be the best athlete I can be, but also the best student I can be. My coaches always made sure that the student comes first, because not everyone's gonna become a professional athlete. So they make sure that we will do great in academics. I knew that would only open the door to my future, and I'm really excited to start my dream program for physical therapy.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
welcome back to the start of the second half of today's NCAA Sweet 16 matchup between the Washington and Lee Generals and the Tufts University Jumbos. Generals leading 1-0 so far, courtesy of an absolute banger by number 4, Tyler Smith. First half, a little bit choppy for both teams. Neither could really settle in as much as they may like to. We'll see if that changes here in the second half. And we'll see if either team can really start to build more on the ground than in the first. I'm Santiago Caicedo, and I am joined by my co-commentator Jacob Brady here on the horn as we get started here in the second half.
Yes, great to be back with you. 1-0 the score in favor of the Generals after the first. And here they go off again, looking to see if they can get an second insurance goal. Parham takes it over the back line. That's going to be a goal kick for Kinderman. As he prepares to send away.
Braun dropped in to flick that one forward.
Here's Arrow trying to connect, but hit the back of Braun. Let's go trickle out the side for a Tufts throw. Deep inside their own end. Trying to work it out. Pressure from Dolberg there. Now popped up in the air. Settling it. At least trying to is Warden. And now Tufts goes the other way. Lane into the path of Rojas. He goes wide for Tasker. Tasker has been very active on the wing. That gets away from Nick, but the flag is up.
Braun contesting that offside call, but the referee did not waver in his decision. Fairly good delivery there by Tasker into the box. Braun very nearly beat Nick to the ball. Wouldn't have mattered anyway as the flag was up.
Arrow on it for the Jumbos. Try to go right up the middle, and now chipped wide. Cleared out the side by Ratson. Back for Raphael. And he'll play it back to Kinderman. Going right up the field. Lane trying to spin onto it. Lane goes over the top, but a defender perfectly positioned. Parham trying to get through traffic. Arrow contesting there. Now he gets tripped by Daly. Play it into the middle. Shot taken well over the crossbar by Salem. Set up a goal kick for Tufts. Low right into the head of Parham. Jameson there, Arrow into the path of Daly. Looking ahead, but his pass gets intercepted. That will eventually make its way out of bounds. Nearly just spun in place on the sideline.
That's Charlie Colby with a very low socks on the pitch. Looking like Thomas Mueller out on the field.
That's a nice tackle
by Tasker.
And Rojas trying to get
and a big hit by Rojas. He's confronted by a couple players.
Yeah, an easy decision for the ref here. Let's see. I think it was somebody, maybe either Chapman or Recchi, perhaps, pushing a little bit into the back of Rojas as he got up. You know, defend your goalie. It's one of the things.
Yeah.
Got taken out there.
Rojas got a little extracurricular there. No bookings shown, however.
Nick with the free kick. Flicked forward by Dolberg. Now cleared away. Braun trying to hold up, gets tangled up with
Lane still with it.
A general. Lane indeed. And now he loses it.
Able to get his foot on it, but it'll go out for a general's throw.
This is going to be this is going to be Charlie Colby. The other 24, Jameson, has to play it back to Kinderman. Nearly got it blocked there. Now it'll trickle out the side. It's going to be a Tufts throw. Daly. Short to Van Brewer. And picked up by Salem. Plays it out into space, but nobody was there, so that'll be a Tufts throw. Going right up the sideline, but not quite high enough to get it over all the blue jerseys there. Braun flicks it ahead. Now played back to Nick. Arrow runs his man off the ball. Now goes over the top, trying to play in Tasker.
Good ball there. Tasker looking to deliver.
Plays the cross, trying to
It's
get
not
it to
a bad
Lane.
one. Lane couldn't get control, though.
Picks it back up, side of the box. Daly. Now whips in a cross, looking for Rojas. Cleared away by the Generals. Pushed back upfield. Goes to Van Brewer. Out to space, Lane. Now Rojas able to get back to it. Tries for the back pass. Pushed over the head there. Rojas applying the shoulder into a blue jersey there, but no call. Stern trying to chase Parham there. Stern taking it himself all the way down. Now fires across. That won't make it to Lane. Rojas gets the head on. Braun trying to settle.
And the Generals sitting pretty deep, are only attacking with 3 right now. Recovered well by the Jumbos. That was Calvin Arrow.
So Arrow blowing up the counter opportunity. Kinderman waiting and now delivers to Lane. Braun trying to get onto it. Tasker trying to get underneath. He gets pushed off. No call. It's going to go out of bounds off of Warden. Throw for Daly. Driven down. Lots of spin. Braun makes the turn. Now fires across.
Shouts for a penalty as both Tufts players and supporters believe there was a handball in the box. No call as the referee waves play on.
Tufts still possessing inside the attacking third. Dumped in. Another cross. And that will go back to Nick. Hard to tell from this angle if it was indeed a handball. Van Brewer
Good job evading the pressure.
gets it wide now, and dispossessed is Tasker. Cleared up field, Salem.
Salem still has it.
And out of bounds off of Stearns, so that'll set up a Generals throw. Just past midfield, creeping up the line. Now the throw goes in. Stern fights and plays it out the side. Another throw for the Generals. That's blown up.
Outside back had so much time that he ended up taking too much time and lost the ball.
Barham goes down, no call. Arrow picking his way forward. Space out wide for Lane, but now coming over to stop that is Smith, the goal scorer.
Raphael facing pressure. Oh!
It's a good job to recover. No call by the
Referee
ref.
plays the advantage there.
Boomed over the top by Daly.
That was Connor Wharton who was tugging on Raphael.
Daly trying to go up the sideline. That will go out of bounds, however.
And waiting at midfield to come on is for the Jumbos is Biagio Paoletta, a junior looking to get his first action of the game.
Tufts trying to go back the other way after Washington Lee was dispossessed. Out wide for Tasker again.
Good delivery from Tasker.
It's crossed in looking for Lane there, but didn't quite get enough on it to make it through all the defenders there. Cleared out the side. That's going to set up a Garnet throw, or pardon me, a Jumbos throw. First the substitution, of course, of Paoletta.
Coming off is Tanner Jameson.
Paoletta at, or it looked like at center back.
Another long throw in.
It's
Jumbled
dangerous.
around in the box, pushed out by Nick after the shot by Lane, I believe. A great reflex is shown by the keeper to force that one out, and it'll be a corner for the Jumbos. And Nick has had a very strong performance today so far. Made a couple of big saves.
Rojas curling it in. This could go over the back. We'll see how they call it. They say another corner for the Jumbos.
The Jumbos knocking once again on the General's door. Desperate for an equalizer. Only 30 minutes left in this one.
This will be Van Brewer this time. Curling the other way. That's knocked away from goal. Daly's going to give chase out the side for a Tufts throw. Once again, they'll bring everybody into the box. Not 8 white jerseys inside the box.
That throw was a bit short, headed out by the Generals.
And now Dolberg clears all the way across midfield and headed out the side.
Parham with a quick throw, trying to see if he can launch something, but Salem just couldn't get it under control.
Sent back down. Now turning and firing a pass upfield. Tasker here. Cutting in from the wing, Braun is dispossessed. Parham trying to dump it downfield. Instead, Tufts picks it back up. Daly goes up the sideline. Lane in the corner. Wins the corner. So Tufts continuing to generate pressure as they seek out an equalizer. 6 corner kicks now for them compared to the Generals 1. Looks like Van Brewer once again to deliver. Middle of the box. So Tufts has the equalizer. And that's the center back, Will Raphael, who heads home and gives Tufts the equalizer. It's a 1-1 tie game.
And once again, the Generals unable to clear the ball from their own area, jumbled around in the box a little bit. First header on target and then poked in. And now it's 1-1 in this one with 30 minutes left in the game.
So you got to figure out exactly who they award that to. I believe it was Raphael who had the header. Not sure if somebody from Tufts touched it once it bounced off the crossbar, the bottom of the crossbar, to actually push it in to the net. So we'll wait for the official word from the PA announcer on that. Braun.
Beautiful ball there from Rojas.
Chases it down now into the middle. Lane. Stutter stepping in. His shot is blocked. Slaloming through comes Warden, trying to go the other way. Picks back up by Rojas. Braun. Dolberg. Ahead for Warden. And he gets dispossessed by Arrow. He goes to Lane quickly.
Great recovery there by Arrow. Strong challenge and good link up there by Lane and Arrow.
Gets it to Rojas. Pressure from Parham. Rojas dodging his way in. That's going to deflect.
And almost an own
back.
goal there.
Yeah.
And it'll be another corner for the Jumbos, who are now playing with all the confidence in the world after that equalizer, as the referee calls for the medical team. Rojas was on the ground. He just got up. He'll be subbed off for Zach Siegelstein.
The Jumbos very much on the forefoot right now.
Siegelstein, I apologize.
And Van Brewer fixes his boots first and then will take the free kick. So has to get his gloves back on. A little bit of a delay. Now all the equipment ready to go. Actually just drops one glove on the ground. Headed down but over the back line, and that's going to be a goal kick.
Still fumbling with that glove.
Really having a lot of difficulty here. Now he's got it back on. And he'll be subbed off anyway. Daly will make his way off as well.
And the referee having a word with someone on the sideline. Not sure what happened, but the clock has been stopped.
Arrow headed into the path of Tasker. Boots it up ahead. Now cleared by Washington and Lee. Parham trying to get onto it, cleared out the side. Substitutions waiting. Jameson and Jacobs will both come back on for Tufts, as will Griffin Scott and John Peterson.
Everyone, unfortunately, I have to take off as I have another shift at a different sporting event coming up. I leave you in the very capable hands of Jacob Brady. It's been a pleasure, and have a great night.
Appreciate it. So I will finish off this broadcast solo here. Throw will be for the Generals. Far sideline. Delay down on the field. Now the referee blows his whistle for play to restart. Throw is in. Tufts trying to clear it away. Booted out wide, trying to connect with Griffin Scott there. Unable to do so. They go rule it a corner for the Generals. Washington and Lee looking for the go-ahead goal. They have now been outshot by the Jumbos 12-10. Cleared up field, has to be chased after by the Generals. And now Lane boots it up ahead. Jacobs trying to get onto it. And that's a squibbed kick by Raphael. Down in the corner is the Generals. Are the Generals, I should say. Colby will take the throw for Washington and Lee. Throw driven into the box now, headed away. It's going to go over the back line. Kinderman will have a goal kick. Once again, we get our competing crowd chants of Let's Go Voes versus the Vuvuzela Blasts of Washington and Lee. Played out wide. Will it be too far? It will indeed. Griffin Scott could not catch up. Tufts throw inside their own end. Washington Lee trying to trap. Instead, they'll work it well up the sideline. Jacobs goes down, but too easily, rules the ref. Arrow trying to keep it in the back, able to play it off of a General and win the goal kick for Tufts. Aiden Welsh back in for the Jumbos. And Kinderman preparing for the goal kick. Won the midfield, now chipped over the top, just too far for Ratson to run onto it. Tufts trying to break out again. Tasker has it in stride. Tasker trying to tee up a shot, still on it, taken away from him by Washington and Lee. Ball played out wide, now back for Lane. Push it over the top. Cutting his way through traffic is Jacobs as he drops pretty deep. Tufts goes over the top. Unable to link up there with a couple of white jerseys as Smith gets in the way defensively for Washington and Lee. Tufts looking for a call there. Dolberg playing it up the sideline. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touched, so I believe, by Raphael. Go up the field. Smith in position, the goal scorer for Washington and Lee. And then all the way over the back line, a goal kick for Kinderman. Daly preparing to come back in for the Jumbos. 21 minutes and change left in this regulation. Kinderman lets it fly. Fans looking for a crowd there as Welsh went flying. Dolberg plays it wide, connecting with Scott. Side of the box, the cross is headed away. Popped up in the air. Cut back on the far sideline. Goes to the end line. That's going to be a goal kick. Actually, correction. The goal for Tufts was awarded to Ian Daly, who apparently knocked it in right on the goal line. They'll give Will Raphael the assist for that header. Good defensive stop by Drew Stern. Tufts tries to break up ahead. Running after it is Jacobs. Nick kicks away. Put over the top, trying to get onto it, is Ratson. I'm going to call Ratson there for a foul. Stern. Headed forward. Washington Lee trying to maintain possession, but as they were towards the end of the first half, struggling to string together passes. Seemed to just kick it to somebody forward and then lose it nearly immediately. Both teams really struggling to maintain sort of any possession. Now they look for the switch. Way off target, though. And Jacobs holding it up for the Jumbos. Coming forward is Ratson. He tries to get around the edge and gets pushed down. And the referee is going to reach into his pocket. That's a yellow for Charles Colby. And a free kick for the Jumbos, a pretty dangerous spot for it. And that just makes the fans blow their vuvuzelas even louder. Sigelstein preparing to take this free kick. He looks to cross. And a poor delivery there, just curled right to Nick. Before any runners for the Jumbos could get there. And now Tufts trying to go on the break. Stern gets in position. Actually, Jameson, that is. Dolberg steps up. Low shot. Kinderman dived at it for a second. Was smart to pull back there, as that was well wide of goal. Wouldn't have wanted to handle it and then have it go out the back on him. Get into the tournament's all about limiting mistakes, and Kinderman able to prevent a mistake there. He goes right down the middle. Fight for possession. Controlled side of the box. Now pushed out. Play it into the middle. Now complete the switch. Over to Colby. Dolberg. Dumped in too far. And out the back. Another goal kick for Kinderman. 1-1 game. Goals from Tyler Smith and Ian Daly. Low kick from Kinderman. Daly trying to get up for it. He'll intercept that pass. Goes back to Salem. Crossed in, but Tufts clears it away. Flicked on by Jacobs. Nobody behind it, but it'll allow him to give chase. Pass back to Nick. And the referee will signal for a foul on Jameson. Passed forward for Smith. Push over the top. Sigelstein trying to get free there. Well defended by the Generals. Dancing around is Bass. And the referee signals for a free kick about 5 yards outside the area. So a dangerous spot for the Generals. They look for the go-ahead goal. Just over 14 minutes left on the clock. Bass over it, as is Scott. It's going to be Bass. Shot goes right into the wall. Now takes a low one. Kinderman holds on. Kinderman trying to get the break started with the throw to Daly. Now he goes up the sideline into the middle, taken away from Jacobs, and it looks like he's calling for a handball there. Referee didn't see it, or didn't agree at least. Clock will stop as Ratson has to come off. Looks like he was going to be subbed anyway. So they'll bring Lane on. Number of starters waiting for Tufts in Rojas, Tasker, Braun, and Arrow, all trying to come on and have a chance at breaking this 1-1 tie. Cleared up field by Washington and Lee. Headed down, Daly blocks it way up the field. Lane underneath trying to settle it. Instead, Nick will kick it out the side. It's going to go out of bounds. Throw quickly taken by Daly. Too quick because there were subs waiting to come on. Throw now from Daly. In for Braun. Back to Lane. Tries for the give and go. Lane gets free. Takes a shot. Saved by Nick. That's a great stop there. Certainly been on top of his game tonight with his shot stopping. 4 saves for the sophomore. Don't very often see a goalkeeper under 6 foot, but Nick using all of those 69 inches tonight. Made a couple nice grabs out of the air, beating people aerially. Arrow heads it down. Lane. Side of the box. Cross is deflected out the back. That's going to be a corner for Tufts. And Rojas, set piece taker, back into the game. He will stand over it. Crowd cheers. In towards the back post. Oh, the header by Braun just off the crossbar. Braun nearly there, putting Tufts ahead in the 79th minute. Instead, it remains a 1-1 tie. Kept in. Parham held around the neck there by Rojas. Rojas saying that his shirt was held, but still pretty clearly a foul there. Colby standing over it. Knocked away, and now Tufts continues the clearance up the field. Braun trying to hold off a man. Fighting for it. Gets it to Arrow. He pushes it all the way down. Nick is there. Inside 10 minutes to play here. Arrow plays it back upfield now into space. If Rojas can get to it, couldn't save it. Tried to go to ground there and keep that ball in. Wasn't able to do so. Throw up the line. This is going to be a throw for the Generals. They're moving quickly here. For in the final 10 minutes, both teams prefer not to go to overtime. Washington and Lee won their game with a game winner in the 87th minute to get to this stage. Tufts with their game winner in the 90th. So both of these teams accustomed to late game winners. Tasker trying to hold off a defender. Rojas up the field. Tasker again played in for Braun. And that's lost. Parham gets it off the head of Arrow, which allows it to carry up the field. Tasker again right at midfield to play it back to Raphael. Too much pressure on him. So play the back pass to Kinderman. Nearly got blocked again there. Out of bounds, touched by Lane. Throw up the line, goes over the head of Daly into Parham in stride. Loses it over the back line. That's going to be a goal kick. Pushes everyone up the field. Headed down. Tufts trying to possess. Dumped down once again. Back pass play to Nick. Didn't get very much on that clearance. Jumbo's trying to settle. Rojas goes up for it. And that's a great tackle. Kept in at the far sideline. Tasker trying to get free. Gets taken down. That's a foul. And a free kick for the Jumbos. Six minutes on the clock. Rojas over it. Driven in, still loose. Nick. Looks like they're going to call a foul inside the box anyway. Clock continuing to tick away. Foul right outside the goalie's box. As Nick gets rid of it. Smith steps forward. Heavy contact there, but no call. Now a foot race down the sideline. Stern alongside, I believe, Bass. Now the cross headed wide. Kinderman pushing his men up the field. A little short on the kick, but it gets to Arrow. Long distance shot, well wide. Very speculative. An attempt from Bass. Another goal kick. Washington and Lee trying to continue the pressure here. Inside 4 minutes to play. Otherwise, we will go to overtime if nobody scores. Parham wins the header. Pinkerton trying to chase Daly. Or, pardon, that's Raphael, actually. Couldn't keep it in. Colby trying to take on Raphael. Raphael wins it back. Played up the side. Parham, however, is there. Parham ridden heavily and now ridden completely off the ball. Arrow onto it. Tufts breaking the other way. Lane. Forward to Sigelstein. And it's blown up just before the ball can get to the box. Tufts picks back up again. Arrow. Rojas. Nice through ball. Now he gets around a man. Braun in the box. Braun trying to time up his run, waiting for the cross to come. Now service is in. Cleared away. Pinkerton sprinting after it. Jameson spins back upfield. Rojas gets the wide switch. And a heavy touch by Arrow gives it right back to the Generals. Referees having a discussion down on the sideline. Looks like they were pointing at the clock. It continues to run. I don't know that the referee... Yeah, I don't believe the referee ever signaled for the clock to stop. And now Braun's going to be shown a yellow card. Unclear what for. They'll reset the clock to 1:46, but yeah, I don't believe the referee ever gave the hand signal to stop the clock there, which prompted calls from the players and fans alike imploring time to be reset. So 1:46 left in regulation. It's out of bounds. Parham leaves it off. Colby is going to take the throw. Colby lofts it across the box. It is kept in at the back, but not a particularly advantageous position. Flag is up anyway. An offsides ruling against Washington Lee. Clock is running, so Kinderman maybe trying to burn time here. We'll see if Tufts is comfortable going to overtime. They've used a fair number of subs in this game. I believe more than the Generals have, so maybe some fresher legs if they were to be able to go to overtime. Braun called for the handball. He's arguing that he was wrapped up there, just trying to break free. Headed upfield. Now goes wide. Daly will take the throw. He's going to move quickly. Takes a generous run up the sideline. Braun settles. Now into the middle for Tasker. Tasker trying to break away. Now slaloms his way back into the middle. Rojas there to Tasker. We're inside 10 seconds. Deflects away. Now cleared up the field. Time's going to expire in regulation. But a goal from Ian Daly in the 62nd minute, tying it up for Tufts. It's 1-1 at the end of regulation. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Overtime coming up between Tufts and Washington and Lee. You're watching the NCAA Regional on the Garnet Sports Network. 1-1 at the end of regulation thanks to goals from Ian Daly for the Jumbos and Tyler Smith for the Generals. We head to golden goal overtime, 2-minute, 10-minute periods. If it remains scoreless at that point, we will kick penalties to decide a winner here and figure out who will be advancing to take on Connecticut College in the national quarterfinals. The Generals starting with the opening kick. Daly there to block it upfield. Goes out of bounds, however, and that'll be a throw for Colby. The referee initially signaling the wrong way there as Parham clearly fouling Lane. Initially signaled for a free kick for the Generals. It's going to be a throw now for the Generals after Daly's kick trickles out of bounds. Just hooked it out the side. Over the head of Arrow. Salem on the ball. Trying to get it out wide. Instead, it's intercepted by a Jumbo's defender now upfield. Controlled by Van Brewer. Knocked down. Jacobs trying to get onto it. Tufts into the box. The shot. It's in the second minute of overtime. Tufts with the game winner. And it's going to be a NESCAC matchup tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Tufts versus Connecticut College. Just beating a couple guys there. Hard to tell from up here, but it is Zach Sigelstein who gets the goal, just runs through the box, and somehow no Washington and Lee defender was able to clear that away. And in the second minute of overtime, Tufts gets the game winner, and they go through. Washington and Lee players still down on the ground in disbelief, but it's Tufts that comes away with the win thanks to a goal from Ian Daly, and then the game winner from Zach Sigelstein. 2-1 your final here from Clothier Field Stadium. This concludes our doubleheader broadcast of men's soccer as Connecticut College took down Swarthmore earlier this afternoon, and now Tufts going through today. You can join us back here on the Garnet Sports Network at 1 o'clock tomorrow for the regional final contested by Connecticut and Tufts. If you're interested in watching some Swarthmore basketball action, you can also stick with us right here on the Garnet Sports Network beginning right now over in Tarble Pavilion. Men's basketball taking on Stockton, and then later this evening, women's basketball playing on the same court. This is Jacob Brady from us here at the Garnet Sports Network saying have a good night.